Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a story that truly reminds us how incredible the bond between humans and nature can be. They say the mountain chooses who it protects and who it tests. Well, this is a tale of a mountain's guardian, a brave little boy, and an unforgettable friendship. So, settle in, because this one's going to warm your heart. Our story begins at the foot of a magnificent mountain, surrounded by rows and rows of vibrant green grapevines. Here, a happy family lived their simple, joyful life. A loving father, a kind mother, and their energetic 4-year-old son, Eli. Their days were a symphony of laughter, the sweet scent of grapes, and endless sunshine. Eli, with his boundless curiosity, absolutely adored chasing butterflies behind their cozy home. His tiny feet would leave little trails through the tall grass, and he truly believed the entire mountain was his personal playground. He thought it was all fun and games, but that day, the mountain was watching, and it had a test in store. One sunny afternoon, Eli ventured a little further than usual. He stopped dead in his tracks. Just ahead, nestled beneath an old, gnarled tree, lay what looked like a fallen log. But it wasn't a log. Oh no, it shimmered with an unsettling beauty. Scales of bronze and black, coiled in silent, deadly anticipation. A python. Massive. Still. Waiting. Eli's heart hammered against his ribs. He instinctively stepped back, slow and quiet, trying not to disturb the sleeping giant. But then, snap. A dry stick cracked loudly beneath his foot. The python's head rose, its golden eyes locking onto his with an unnerving intensity. Its massive body instantly coiled into the shape of an S, ready to strike. The air froze around Eli. He couldn't move. He couldn't even breathe. It was a terrifying moment, etched forever in his young mind. The python struck, but before its fangs could reach the terrified boy, something incredible, something wild, something utterly fearless leaped from the bushes. A bobcat. Fierce, fast, and driven by an instinct far beyond our understanding. It slammed into the python with incredible force, claws flashing, teeth tearing through tough scales. The ground erupted in a chaos of dust, hissing, and savage snarls. The bobcat fought with every ounce of its being. Eli, jolted from his frozen terror, found his voice and screamed, "Papa! Mama! There's a snake!" He ran as fast as his little legs could carry him, the echoes of the battle still ringing in his ears. Eli's father, hearing his son's frantic cries, rushed through the vineyard, a machete clutched firmly in his hand. When he finally burst into the clearing, he froze. The python was dead, its formidable body lifeless on the ground. Beside it lay the bobcat, bleeding, barely breathing, its own fierce battle wound evident. For a long, silent moment, the man just stood there, completely overwhelmed. This wild creature, this untamed spirit of the mountain, had saved his son. Slowly, he knelt down, whispering, "It's all right, brave one. You're safe now." The bobcat growled weakly, a faint rumble in its chest, but it didn't attack. With trembling arms, the father carefully lifted the injured animal and carried it home. Inside their small, wooden house, the family became an unlikely care team. They gently cleaned the bobcat's wounds, and Eli, with wide, compassionate eyes, held a bowl of water near its mouth. The animal's eyes followed him, cautious but calm, a silent acknowledgement of their kindness. Day after day, they cared for it, nursing it back to health. They were dedicated, patient, and filled with a quiet gratitude, until finally, it was strong enough to stand, its wounds healed, its spirit renewed. One morning, the bobcat, fully recovered, walked out into the forest and was gone. Eli cried, convinced it had left forever. But the very next day, when they opened their door, there it was, sitting quietly by the fence, watching over the vineyard, its presence a comforting assurance. Days turned into weeks, and the bobcat became an honorary member of their family. Eli would sit beside it every morning, sharing pieces of meat and telling stories only a child's imagination could conjure. The bobcat listened, Silent and loyal, its steady presence a grounding force. When storms rolled in, it would wait patiently by the door until they let it in, curling up beside the warm fireplace as rain pattered outside. During harvest season, it followed Eli through the vineyard, a silent guardian, moving gracefully through the tall grass. Once, when a wild coyote crept too close to the young boy, the bobcat's low, fierce growl sent the intruder fleeing into the underbrush. From then on, the villagers whispered its name with reverence, the guardian of the mountain. Years passed. Eli grew up, strong and kind. The bobcat, once a fierce warrior, grew old, its movements slower, its fur a little grizzled. One cold evening, the guardian didn't come home. A knot of worry tightened in Eli's stomach. Lantern in hand, he searched the edge of the forest. There, beneath the same ancient tree where the python once lay, he found it. The bobcat was resting, still, quiet, peaceful. Its eyes were half open, as if it were still watching over him, even in its final moments. Eli knelt, a wave of emotion washing over him, and whispered, "You can rest now, old friend. You've guarded me long enough." He buried it beneath that very tree, the same place where their extraordinary story began. That night, as the wind rustled through the grapevines, Eli heard it a faint sound, part purr, part whisper, carried by the mountain breeze. A final farewell from his loyal companion. This incredible story reminds us that some bonds are born not from words, but from raw courage. Between man and nature lies a bridge built not by fear, but by unwavering trust. The mountain watched that day, and it chose. Well, if a creature of the wild risked its life for yours, would you fear it? Or would you protect it, just as it once protected you? True guardianship isn't measured by power, but by the heart. Even the wildest among us can show us what love and loyalty truly mean. What an amazing story, right? It just goes to show you that connection can be found in the most unexpected places. If this story touched your heart, please give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more inspiring tales and incredible stories. We love having you as part of our community. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.